Good morning, everybody. A very sleepy good morning. This is day 3. I tell you, my body is aching from head to toe. From the bike yesterday, my muscles are stiff as anything. But hey, not to worry. It's another day. We have about 2 hours to go on the bike to Jaffna, so we're going to reach the very top of the island today, and we're going to have 2 nights in Jaffna, which means we get a bit of a break. So follow me and see if we have any more wild adventures today. Everybody, welcome back to my channel, and we are on day 3 of our trip around the north of Sri Lanka on our scooters. Now yes, this morning the arms and the legs, the 53-year-old arms and legs are a bit achy, but we're really good to go. Now we're still in Mannar at the moment because we didn't manage to see this one tree that we wanted to come and see behind us. So this is called the baobab tree. Now, there are only 2 of these trees in Sri Lanka. One is here, and one is also in the island of Delft, which we're going to tomorrow, which is just opposite Jaffna. Now, this tree is said to be the biggest tree in all of Asia. Now, you might be wondering, how did a tree like this get here? Well, apparently they believe that maybe settlers brought them, because this tree is native to Australia, Madagascar, and Africa. But we have 2 here, and we have the biggest. So let's have a look at it. People keep stopping him and asking him if he's my guide. I'm a vlogger, so you're going to be on my vlog. So this gentleman wanted to have a photo with me, which happens quite a lot. So I say hi.
Hi.
We're having a photo. So we've just made a quick stop. Charma was just telling me that this area during the war was hit quite heavily. Sorry, some kids are still going bangers. Was hit quite heavily and destroyed quite a bit. So we've just found this little church that they're actually rebuilding because it was actually destroyed during the war. Beautiful. So we finally arrived safely in Jaffna. It wasn't too bad of a trip. We've already checked into the hotel. The bike's had its service. We've eaten. What else have we done? And now we've come all the way to Kirimari, which is some sacred hot water springs. So apparently these springs are supposed to have healing properties. We're always going this side, where Cham's going to go on this side, and I have to go around the corner. So follow me and we'll try this out. So apparently these springs have healing properties, so hopefully they will heal my sunburn and my bruising and breaks and aches and pains from the 400 or, no, it's more than that, maybe 500 kilometers we've already cycled. We have a very long way to go yet, for another 1,000 kilometers to cycle before we finish. So I'm just going to relax. See you later. So the first thing to note is what was really nice, but the steps are super slippy. You need to be really careful. I'm going to try the other steps and see if they're any less slippier, but I nearly went for a burn twice on those. So when you come, because you can't wear shoes, just be really careful. I don't even know if I can show you how slippy they are. I'll try and show you. You see all of the slime? It is super slippy, but the water is so nice. So I was lucky enough to have the pools all to myself. It's really nice. As you can probably hear the boys next door. Charmer has got a lot of boys in there with him, so I'm not going to stay in here too long. We've got loads of things still to do, so we need to get back. But for now, I enjoyed my little dip. So we just finished in the springs and we just saw this beautiful temple that we just had to stop at, so have a look at this.
Why do you need lemonade?
No, I said I don't need lemonade.
It's not strong enough.
Right, we need to do cheers. Video cheers. Okay, so that is day 3 completed. So my summary for today, what can I say about today? I'm going to talk about 2 things today. I'm going to talk about the wildlife and the people of Sri Lanka. So first of all, the wildlife. First of all, if you're a twitcher, the road from Mannar to Jaffna is the place you need to be. The reason I say that is because most of it is covered in these what do you call them, like water plains, okay, open areas where the birds are just phenomenal. Eagles, these pelicans, little birds that are white with perfectly pink legs, like fluorescent pink legs. The birds are just amazing. Foxes running around the wetlands, donkeys. What else have we seen today? Just so much wildlife. This is a really good place if you want to come and look at the birds, okay? Then the people. So the people have been really, really friendly. Coming all the way up so far, we found the people to be helpful, friendly. Be prepared if you're a white woman, particularly, that quite often people want to take pictures with you. And you'll see in the video that a guy actually stops Charmer and says, Charmer, can I take a picture with the woman? So we have a photo together. And even when I got the bike washed the day before, when we left, the guy was like, oh, can I take a picture with you? I was like, yeah, okay, fine, no worries. And the responses that you get from people, so I generally get one of 3 or 4 responses. Now, the kids always like get really giddy, smile, they're waving, they're like super happy to see you. Then you get the young lads who all shout hello or I love you white woman or doing all this sort of stuff. But usually, generally, they beep and they smile at you. And quite often the women are the same. The women will either look at you like, did I just see that? Or they'll look at you and smile. And the older men is always the same. The older men will just go like double take, like, did I just really see that? And I was thinking, why am I getting such a response? But Chandra and I both discussed this, that since we left Colombo, we've seen no other expat on a bike for a start off, and very few expats altogether at this part of Sri Lanka. Now we know most of the expats tend to go to Colombo, they go down south. When they go to Chikumbi, they go to Ella, Sigiri and those sort of places. But trust me, this part of Sri Lanka is stunning and it really needs to be explored. Now, a word of caution. As we've come up, we've noticed that the culture has changed. So coming through Willapatu, when you go into the more farming, smaller villages where, the areas are maybe slightly poorer, do you know what? The children, to me, it's like going back to my era. So when I was a kid, I never had computers and all this sort of stuff and laptops and mobiles. We went out for the day and we played with sticks and we played with mud or we played with our friends, but we were outside in the fresh air. So what's really nice is when you're on the bike, you see these children playing together. I saw this one little girl, this really struck me. There was one little girl, she was playing with a younger brother and she was running down the road with a bit of string, and the string had a flag at the back of it. And she was just pulling the string, but you could see in this child's face just pure happiness and joy. And you don't see that in my culture. The kids are all stuck indoors on their iPads, on their computer, playing their games, don't want to interact, very rarely outside. But you see all these young girls on these really old-fashioned bikes with baskets at the front. It's like going back in time. It's like how it should be. I think children have lost their ability to be children nowadays because they're too technologically minded.